watched some stuff that I didn't know. So I would say I'm gonna give you that. But one thing I would say is like to add to the savior complex thing, right? It's like later in life, right? Like you said, the ex-wife ends up back with him. So maybe she's having some trouble now, and now the savior complex kicked back in, and it's, hey, come stay with us. But I think that in order for him to
That was
engage, he has to feel like he's saving him in some way.
Jada made that suggestion. Jada made that
Okay.
suggestion because the ex-wife was so mad and angry with Will. She still wanted her husband. She went and begged and pleaded on her knees to be back with that man. Even after she knew he was with Jada. Even after then. She basically was ready to be a side bitch to her ex-husband. Jada was the one who sat them down because she had got very bitter behind them.
Jada actually encouraged them to get back together. And Will said, I want to be with you.
Because guess what? Because Jada didn't want to be there in the first place. So the thing about it is, when you talk about image, what type of image is a man leaving his wife and have a child to, because you got to understand, when he actually blew up, it was after his son, because of course he was a rapper at first, right? So his first image was with Trey. He would have Trey in his music videos or whatever, right? As a rapper. So his image was already put out there as a good father of this little boy. So what type of image is he trying to have or portray by leaving the little boy that he was doing all these videos with to be with this other person? So no, that blows the whole image thing out the water, because he had an image already as a good dad.
I just want to ask a question real quick. Based off what Paris said, it's giving me the impression that Will Smith is exhibiting a few narcissistic qualities. So I just wonder if Paris, like, do you feel like he's a narcissist and Jada is actually responding, like this abuse that he's giving is like a response to abuse to his behavior?
Yes. He's the actual narcissist.
To me, I feel like I can't. I will say this. I don't have enough of what Will Smith has said or done in order to make the rationale that he's a narcissist, because Jada has said something to me that made me feel like she was a little bit ungrateful. Like when she made the commentary about he threw her a surprise birthday party for her 40th or 45th birthday. And then she was like, I called him selfish and egotistical. How dare you throw a party for me for my birthday? That wasn't for me. That was for you. So I think that
but that would corroborate
with that, Paris.
Listen to what I'm saying, right? From what we see, there are a lot of grand gestures that he shows in a way that shows that, oh, he loves, he admires, he appreciates his wife. But on the other end, her responses to those things look like, I don't really fuck with you like that. Like on her birthday specifically, like this year, he made a post and shouted her out, and then she turned around and said something about her and Tupac. So it's kind of like, I can't say Will is a narcissist.
So Paris, think about this real quick.
I can't say Will is a narcissist. I will
think about this. Think
about this. And we do got to get Kasey and Precious in there so we can go ahead and try to close it.
Look at this. If I had a girlfriend, right? I don't really do much for my birthday. I don't care about birthdays like that, right? Go out every night. But if I had a woman that wanted to have this huge celebration, I'd be like, yo, I'm good. I'm not gonna want to do it, right? And if she does it anyway, and it brings the celebration to our house, and say we got this big ass house, I'm gonna be like, yeah. But I told you that I don't like this. Remember, I said, and it's not me saying it, is what she said. She simply just wanted to have a ranch with some chickens, and that is all she wanted. She doesn't want Mary J. Blige in her house dancing around. So when it came to her being depressed, remember, the reason why he did that birthday party like that was because she was already depressed. So imagine a woman that's depressed. He's having Mary J. Blige and all these people celebrating her birthday. She don't want all these people in her damn house. She just wants peace and quiet. He did this because he made her birthday about him. He wanted to show everybody how great of a husband he was so people can look at him. And that's the reason why she said, "You like, this is all about you," because she was literally depressed at the time. Don't no depressed person want Mary J. Blige in a house.
Hold tight,
Look,
Charlie.
Charlie.
Hold on. Let me get Precious in there and Kasey, and we got to start transitioning off this one, y'all. Go ahead, Precious.
I just think it's the case of two people who got together for the wrong reasons. They just got together for the wrong reasons, and now they're pretending to be something that they not, and that they pretty much never were. So when you have that, I mean, when a child comes into play and you get married because of the child, how long do you think is going to last? You know, how much of a loving relationship do you truly have? I don't think that Jada really was feeling Will. And I think that Will was hurt from his first marriage, didn't want to make it work, snagged up Jada real quick. They, created whatever kind of bond that they created. And now they're in a situation where, we're believing one thing and it's not that. But I think with Jada and how verbose she is about her business, it's not far off to believe that they're not together, or that they don't have a connection, or that they're not living in the same house. August Alsina has said that he sat down with Will and got his blessing to have sex with this woman. So when you hear stuff like that, it's like, okay, what kind of marriage do y'all really have? I don't think it's the traditional, type of marriage. And I just don't think that they're ever going to get a divorce on paper, because Will truly believed in marriage in his first marriage. I just don't think that he wanted to go through the rigmarole of working it out there. So he got married again. I don't think he's ever going to get a paper divorce. I think that they're going to stay exactly how they are. It's been working, it's been selling, and it's been bringing in money. So that's what they're going to do. That's what I believe.
Go ahead, Kasey.
Wow. I mean, I feel like we can talk about this literally for hours, because there's so many intricate details to the situation. And Red Table Talk really gave extra insight into more of who Jada is. Things that were speculated across the years. It really showed her personality. But I'm going to be real with you. I think Jada and Will, they're a facade. They're both actors. At this point, you really can't believe anything that comes out of Jada's mouth. I don't know whether she's a child that's having a full blown, breakdown and just going rogue to Will and the plan, or whatever the plan was. And that's why she's constantly spilling secrets and telling things that she shouldn't tell in interviews, on the Red Table, on Instagram. I just think that some of it may be true, some of it may be complete fantasy. As far as the stuff with Tupac, I completely agree with Precious and what Clout was saying about I think it was Precious that said about the whole, she thinks that it's kind of a glue situation, and Shanda was saying that it's possibly just complete fantasy with Tupac. We'll never know the truth. She's a person that is just, who talks about a person so much after they go with another person, and then not only are you just talking about that person to your family, but you're telling the world in interviews and on social media, like, you just won't let that person go. It's given obsessed to me at this point, right? After all these years. And then the letter that Willow wrote, it's giving a little weird, morbid, fantasy, made up, and not fact, complete fiction. Like, she's written a fictional novel about their relationship. And I grew up Paris. Tupac was a ladies' man. Anybody who was in his presence had a smile on his face, on their face. Like, he made people comfortable. He enjoyed. I think he was a people person. He was a guy's guy, and he was a ladies' man. So that's what I feel about that. And I think their relationship was embellished all these years, completely embellished. And just to wrap it up with Will and her now, I don't believe in it. For them to fake it for the past 7 years, like they're together, to see that clip of her on Andy and see Andy asking her, how do you keep it spicy after all these years? Jada was so
She didn't
caught
even have
off
no
guard.
answer.
She had Jada said, well,
I don't know.
and Queen Latifah was sitting there like, like I think everybody around they know it's fake, and she's a great actress. She's great on screen, and I think that they are both acting their behind off. They're both talented actors and actresses, and they're acting at this point. So moving forward, I don't believe anything I see. Just like Tia was a mess on Black Love, like lying her behind off, acting. They're all actors, y'all. We cannot believe anything they say.